My name is Steven Spencer. My role is the manager of team operations.
My name is Michael Slapp, director of team operations. Work in a team of four, so the four of us really take care of everything for the team that happens off the field.
Whether it's on the road or at home, that includes buses, trucks, planes, anything you can think of kind of behind the scenes we're a part of. So meals, ticketing, meeting space, itineraries, from A to B, we take care of.
The road trip travel process starts in April or early May, depending on when the NFL schedule is released, but we really get going right there on day one. The most important step is starting to look at hotel availability, because throughout the year we're competing with weddings, conferences, citywide conventions that are booked a year out, and we still have a pretty large group ourselves. So the first thing we're doing is reaching out to hotels and making sure that, seeing which ones, hopefully the ones that we want to stay and have availability to host us.
And then we really get the ball rolling on everything else, setting up with United, our sponsor, who charters the team. We set up the travel dates for that.
We're reaching out to bus companies, trucks.
If it's a 2-night stay versus a 1-night stay, we do practices on that Saturday, so we contract out local high schools and colleges.
And that's really the first phase of planning the 49ers team travel.
When the schedule comes out, we kind of were tipped off that we were the Mexico game. Believe it or not as many people as you think would have a passport. So that was our first step. We set up an appointment during the off-season program for all 90 of our guys if they didn't have a passport, plus staff, plus coaches. And from there, we were able to get pretty much 99% of that. And for extra guys, if they didn't have their birth certificate or if they didn't have their ID, we went up and sent the information and documents up ourselves to the passport office to make sure that they could expedite one for our players. So that was a big group effort with me, Slapp, Chase, and Steve. And luckily we were able to get it done. We got everyone's passports in, we're at 100%, we're ready to go. And then there's a whole nother beast. For each domestic road game, we tell United what goes under the plane, whether it's 30 equipment trunks, 20 medical trunks, 3 studios trunks. This one's a little different where not only do we need that for United, but inside we need to know the contents of each trunk. So, for example, the jersey trunk, you need 90 jerseys. The helmet trunk, you need 90 helmets, plus face masks, plus bolts, and this is all laid out in what's called a carnet. And from there, we got each department's carnet, put that together, whether it was studios, equipment, PR, video, all the departments that travel normally. We sent that to our counterparts who were doing our cargo and customs.
I think the biggest challenge is all the moving parts. And when you have so many pieces of the puzzle, the biggest challenge is making sure nothing falls through the cracks. We have so many different resources in so many places at the same time. We have the team, who you can never look past where the team is on that day. That's our primary focus, right? But at the same time, we're balancing what the NFL is providing for us in Mexico City, the hotel down there, the transportation vendors, the security vendors. We're also continuing to liaison with the Air Force Academy for practices. There's so many moving parts that I think the biggest challenge is just keeping everything together.
United's, they've been phenomenal ever since I've started here in 2015. They've been our team charter. We fly a wide-body plane with them, which they've been so graciously able to kind of schedule us in. So from there, the sales and the charter team, they've done a great job, along with 2 ground handlers, Nick and Dave, and they're the ones kind of making sure all our cargo underneath the plane is where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. I think for our end, from the time we leave to Colorado to get to Toluca in Mexico City, when we land, to getting to the hotel, to getting to the stadium and back home, as long as there's the least amount of hiccups and we can be equipped with as much knowledge and foresight and have a plan of action if anything is to occur. I think that's a win in our book, but definitely want to get a win on the field as well.